If there is but one video you gotta watch today, this has gotta be it, because I'm gonna show you how to make one of the most delicious chimichurri sauces with perfectly grilled lamb chops and some grilled skewers with the perfect butter sauce. Now I can assure you, you're gonna love this meal, and it doesn't take a lot of time. So the first thing you need to do is get your rack of lamb, and we're gonna clean this up, trim it down, season it up, and get it ready for the marinade. Yeah, you don't wanna cut deep into the meat. You just wanna slice that fat off on the top. Now that we got this cleaned up and most of that fat is taken off, now we're gonna go ahead and separate these bone by bone. And depending on your family size or your hunger size and what you're cooking, one rack may be enough for you. But in this house, they like to eat. So we're gonna do 2 racks. Now 1 rack of lamb gets you about 8 or 9 of these lollipops. And of course 2 get you somewhere south of 20. All right, now that we got the lamb chops cut up, what we wanna do is you wanna get your seasonings together. We're gonna turn this into like a nice marinade, but there are a few things that you just gotta cut up. One being your rosemary. So we're gonna go ahead and take a couple tablespoons of rosemary and just chop it on up. Put in some fresh thyme. A little acidity goes a long way when you're marinating because it helps break them proteins down in the meat. So you want to do a lemon as well. Now we're just going to take that, put all of this in here, move it around, let all that flavor get inside that meat. Then we're going to throw a little bit of olive oil in there, give it some moisture. And now we're going to cover this up. Now we got this done, you place this in the refrigerator at least 1 to 2 hours, maximum 8 to 24 hours, if you got the time. And once you got your meat taken care of, it's marinating, this is a really good time to cut up your vegetables because we are gonna make some skewers. If we're grilling outside, this is the perfect thing to do with them. Now, depending on what you like, that's a good thing about a skewer. It could be whatever you want. I'm using a little corn on the cob cut up in sections. I'm doing some red onion. I'm also doing some zucchini, some sweet peppers, various colors, just to make it look real good. Another good thing about them is there is no right or wrong way. Depending on the color that you want and how you want to look at it, that's how you make it. It's very simple. Now again, you can add mushrooms, you can do a lot of other things with it. This is how I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna go through the rest of this and get all the other skewers together, and we're gonna come back. Now we're gonna go ahead and throw these skewers on the grill. Total time maybe like 20 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes per side to get a nice char, depending on the grill you're using. Now, I already got my grill set up to about 400 degrees. Shout out to New Age. I love this outdoor kitchen. It's super functional, and it loves me back with the food, right? So I'm gonna throw this on here. Now make sure you grease your grates. I've already dusted a little bit of oil on my grates that prevents sticking. And you want to give this a little room, and you don't want to crowd it around. Now it's a good time to go ahead and make that chimichurri sauce. Now you have seen me make lamb chops a number of different ways, but when you're grilling outside, you want that char. You want to mix that char with that fresh. And this recipe is totally that, and not to mention it's super flavorful. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to make the chimichurri sauce that I use right now. Mix that up and set it to the side so that when them lamb chops are done, you just drip that right across the top. Now for this recipe, I'm using about a cup of parsley to start off and a half a cup of cilantro. Now you can use whatever variation you like, but I suggest you try it this way, it's really good. And since we're gonna combine this all together, we can mix the cilantro and the parsley together and just start cutting. Now here's a fun fact. Comment below if you actually knew this already, but the chimichurri sauce originated in Argentina, and I'm a big fan of South America, but the first time I had it was in Colombia. So let me know if you knew that. Slide that in a bowl. Add in a bit of red pepper chili flakes, salt and cracked pepper, a little smoked paprika. Throw some red wine in there. That's the magic you gotta do. Olive oil, no seed oils. Fresh garlic. I promise you it makes a difference. Now here is a secret ingredient that I usually don't tell nobody. Red pickled relish. It is a me thing, but you should try it. And you will see me a lot of times, sometimes say, add a little fresh lemon juice. But believe it or not, the sourness comes from the juice. The true lemon flavor comes from the zest. So I love to use the zest. Don't go too far. Just get the yellow portion. And you'll get that nice sweetness. And then of course, a little bit of the juice too. Cooking inside is great, I love it. But let me tell you, being able to cook outside, that's a whole nother level of freedom. And for me, my new age setup is exactly why I like that, because I don't have to grill outside, run in the house for a burner. I could just shoot my burner on like this, heats up in no time, and I can make this sauce I'm about to show you how to make to drip over these skewers. I'm gonna take you a stick of butter, throw in a couple tablespoons fresh garlic, cracked pepper and salt, a little bit of sugar, lime juice. Acidity, you always want to have the right amount of balance, and this makes it taste really good. Now the chimichurri sauce you're losing for the lamb chops, but because it has so much flavor on the inside, what we want to do is take a couple tablespoons and you want to drop that right in that glaze that's going to go over top of the skewers. Look at that. Now that we got the skewers pretty much ready to go, we're gonna transfer them to a cooler section in the back of the grill. But I wanna put that drip sauce over top, but I don't wanna burn all the grates and stuff on the grill. So one of the things I like to do is take you a pan like this, and pretty much what you wanna do is take your skewers, leave them like this, and then we can drip that butter and things over top while we put this on the grill. So all that juice is not dripping down inside the grill, right? You know, I can make a messy kitchen, but you know, I try not to overdo it. And just like this, you drip all that, look at that. You put all that flavor right on top of there, just like that. Now, this is a great way to leave it like this untouched. You can put this in the back of the grill if you have the space. If you don't have the space, move it inside of the oven to keep it warm. But I'm gonna put it right here on the back side. Now, I'm gonna get the lamb chops ready. Now we're ready, the lamb chops is marinated, everything else is prepared. We're gonna throw these on the grill right now, and depending on how hot your grill is, you only need it a couple minutes each side. All right, now we let the rest of them lamb chops cook. We got these ready, and now we're ready to plate. That's the best part. And we add them final touches with that chimichurri sauce, just like that. And I think we have an incredible dish. And you know what I love the most? I did not have to get dressed. I didn't have to burn my gas, stand a long line for that gourmet meal. We got it right here. Now, if you enjoyed this meal, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Shout out to New Age again, because I could not have done this without you. You ain't gotta be a grill master. As long as you got the right tools, you could be really good at grilling. Enjoy.